A lot of us underestimate the value of being a nobody, being in the shadows, away from the spotlight. We try something new, and if you don't get immediate validation and engagement from other people, then we start to feel discouraged. And we end up forgetting why we started doing it in the first place. It was never about the validation or the engagement that we would get from other people. In the beginning, for me anyways, that was never the thing that I was thinking about. For example, I started getting into videography and cinematography a little over a year ago. And when I first started, it was all about making beautiful images, telling beautiful stories, and doing it in a way that I enjoyed doing it. It was genuinely for the passion and the enjoyment. And that's the thing, when you're truly passionate about something, that's what it's about. But the problem is that it's very easy to forget that. It's very easy to forget why you started in the first place. I think we get caught up in this rat race of chasing engagement, chasing validation and recognition from other people, and overall just chasing the spotlight. But what if we stopped chasing the spotlight and actually embrace the shadows? I think we would start enjoying our passions again, and we'd be reminded of why we started in the first place. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Santo, I'm 25, and like I mentioned earlier, I recently got into videography and cinematography, and I would love to shoot a short film. Like, if I could do it today, I would do it today, like right now. Give me the right crew, the right people around me, and boom, I'd get straight to work. And that's the thing, because it would be a passion project, it would literally be something that I want to do for the passion of it, for the enjoyment of it. I know for a fact any sort of hurdle, any setback that would come my way during shooting that short film, I know for a fact I'd be able to overcome it, and it would literally feel like a fun challenge that I need to get over. And that's because I still have that passion for it, and I still have that enjoyment for it, and I'm creating from a place of passion rather than expectation and validation. Because the only thought in my mind would be, am I gonna be able to do this in a way that I like? Will I enjoy watching it myself? I don't think other people's opinions of it would be at the forefront of my mind, just because it's literally something that I'm doing for myself, for my own passion and for my own enjoyment. And I think when we do that as well, we actually produce work that is a lot better than when we have expectations and results that we want to get. When it's truly like a passion project, you put all your heart into it and you can actually create something beautiful. And there's something very freeing about being able to do that, creating something just because you're passionate about it or just because you enjoy it. Now, it sounds very simple, but not a lot of us are actually able to do that. I think in the beginning it's a lot easier when you're sort of learning and everything is new. You're kind of excited, so it's very much easier to still have that passion and that enjoyment for it. I think what kills everything is the expectation that comes after. And I think this is why a lot of us sometimes we end up giving up on our passions, or we end up losing the love for it, because obviously in the beginning we're passionate about it, we love it, and then after that we kind of start having all these expectations, and when they're not met we feel like maybe it was all for nothing and maybe we should just give up. And don't get me wrong, it's fine to have expectations, it's fine to want to get results, but I think it becomes wrong when that expectation is based on other people's opinions. I think that becomes very difficult because obviously we can't control that. But if maybe your expectation is to improve, to get better at what you're doing, then I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because that's going to drive you to actually improve and to actually get better. And another thing that we overlook as well is that when nobody knows you, you literally have the freedom and the flexibility to fail as much as you like. You can experiment, you can be so much more flexible. You can be one thing today and another tomorrow. There's literally no box for you to be put into. You're literally free to do whatever, which is kind of crazy, because I feel like sometimes we're willing to lose that freedom just so that we can be seen. And I think that probably comes from the idea and the thinking that once we're seen, once other people recognize our work and what we do, we're gonna feel fulfilled. But one thing I learned the last couple of years is that being recognized is not gonna bring you any fulfillment. I mean, it might do for a short period of time, but it won't bring you long-term sustainable fulfillment. This is gonna sound cliche, but the only way you can get fulfillment is if it comes from yourself. When you enjoy the work that you're doing, that you're creating, I think that's where the real fulfillment comes from. Just imagine every day being able to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and you're creating from a place of genuine freedom of creativity, and everything that you're creating isn't reliant on other people's opinion. It's literally coming purely from you. I think that's where actual fulfillment comes from. And I say this because I remember back in 2021, I think it was, I actually blew up on TikTok, and I blew up fairly quickly, to be fair. Like, I made an account, and I think within a couple months I had like 100k plus followers. And in the beginning, obviously it felt great, but then the problem was that I blew up too quickly before I actually found the style of content that I wanted to make. So when I blew up, it was because I don't know, I made a video that just sort of, you know, resonated with people. So I just started making different versions of that same video, which worked every single time. But at the same time, it wasn't really something that I wanted to do for the long term. It was just something that I'd done once just to test the algorithm. But now it was like I was kind of stuck in that box, having to do that same style of content, even though it's not something I really wanted to do. And obviously when I would try and do what I wanted to do, the engagement wouldn't be the same because the audience that I built just wasn't interested in that kind of stuff. So I basically built the wrong audience. And to be honest, that taught me patience, because, for example, this page that I have right now, I only have about 200 subscribers, but I'm loving the page a lot more than I did when I had, I don't know, 100k plus followers on TikTok. I'm loving the content that I'm making, and I'm literally creating from a place of freedom. Every video I've made is because I genuinely resonate with that video, and it's genuinely a style of video that I want to make. And I'm only able to do this because nobody knows my page. I literally have no expectations. I have no limitations from anybody. If tomorrow I want to make a cooking video, then I can make a cooking video. Obviously I don't want to do that, but you get the point. But yeah, for me this year is going to be mainly about learning to embrace the shadows, avoid chasing the spotlight too early, and just be patient and bide my time. And one thing I'm definitely going to be doing is to be making the most of this freedom that I have. And yeah, I'm just going to make the most of my creativity.